This time on a special episode of Movie Show Plus. It's a holiday movie preview. Greg Russell talks with several stars of movies coming out this holiday season.
It's as close to the Back to the Future 4 as anybody's going to get.
All that plus a whole lot more coming up on Movie Show Plus.
I believe we can make this work.
Hot damn.
What do you say? I want you to be my VP. I want you. You're my vice. Well, George, I'm the CEO of a large company. And I have been Secretary of Defense. And I have been White House Chief of Staff. The Vice Presidency is a mostly symbolic job. However, if we came to a different understanding, I can handle the more mundane jobs.
It's what I remember interviewing you a year ago when you were getting ready for this. And I saw how I remember when I first walked in, I was like, wow, totally recognizable.
Right.
Tell me a little bit just about that experience. I mean, you're one of those people who truly puts himself, into the role.
I'm very fortunate to get to do what I do, and I like to look in the mirror and not see myself, if possible, and no better role than this one to take advantage of that.
When you see the early beginnings, about getting kicked out of the Ivy League
Yale
schools.
And his youth was as a very laid-back individual, and as someone who admired, the old American adventurers, John Coulter and Hugh Glass and Jedediah Smith, has sort of fancied himself that way, and being the lineman and, being hard drinking, etc. And then all of a sudden, he fell in love, and she said, no, that's not what I'm looking for. You better change your ways, and he did. And he's done that throughout his life. He's kind of the ultimate brilliant servant. He will serve somebody, and he was serving Lynn, achieving her goals. And he did it in a record number of years. Within 11 years, he went from the drunk tank to being the youngest chief of staff ever. This man is absolutely ambitious, but that's driven by his wife. And then he learned through his decades in government how it all works, the nitty-gritty. He's an excellent student. And so then come the time he came to be VP, he absolutely knew every single button to push and every lever to pull.
It's really kind of funny when you watch the beginning of this movie. Like most Americans, you don't realize, he got kicked out of school.
Yeah.
And was this laborer
Yeah.
who really could have and should have spent the rest of his life just being drunk and out there digging.
Yeah, it could have been.
But as he said, the wife, your character,
Yeah.
is one who said, no. You got way too much potential. Get!
Absolutely. I think that she had a great frustration that he wasn't taking advantage of his potential. And I think she encouraged him to do so. I thought the cast, I was so blown away when I watched this film by everybody's commitment. And I think that speaks to Adam and sort of the freedom that he allows his actors to have.
Right.
Overseeing bureaucracy, military, energy, and foreign policy. Yeah, right. I like that.
When you have power, people will always try to take it from you, always.
And certain funny things, which I can't bring up,
Yeah.
that happen, you're just kind of going, wait, what?
I know. I watched it with my mom, and if we're talking about the same thing, there was definitely a point where she was like, and I was like, no, it's okay.
Yes.
Yeah, no, just be patient. Yeah.
Yep, it's that one.
It's that one, yeah.
I was with my wife going, oh, what the heck?
But it's funny because you read something like that on the page, and you're like, this is amazing. Like, I'm so excited to be a part of making this happen.
Nothing can break me down. I'm the man.
Are you even more ruthless than you used to be?
Right at the call.
So we gonna do this thing, or what? I mean, is this happening?
I believe we can make this work.
Hot damn.
I was a hell of a good artist, a World War II illustrator, and now I can barely write my name.
I heard what happened to you.
5 of them jumped him. It's a miracle he survived.
You taking your meds?
I got beaten within an inch of my life for no reason.
One foot in front of the other. You got it, Mark.
Embrace the pain.
But I've created a world where I can heal.
What is all of this?
Welcome to Marwan. It's my art installation.
You're an artist?
That's a complicated story.
Well, tell me.
You really want to know?
Yeah.
Somebody didn't just write this. I mean, this is based off of truth. Was that something that helped bring you into the project, Steve?
Definitely. I saw the documentary upon which this is based, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. And I couldn't stop thinking about the character of Mark Hogenkamp, the person, Mark Hogenkamp, who had suffered at the hands of some thugs this terrible hate crime, and is able, through art, this scale model town that he creates in his backyard, that he takes pictures of and creates scenarios within. Through that, he's able to heal himself. And it seems like an odd story, but the further into it you get, the less odd it seems, and the more real it feels, and I think the more approachable it is.
They kicked every memory I ever had out of my head. Everything from before the attack's gone.
So my dolls have to tell a story.
These are the women of Marwan, and they protect Mark. We're one and the same, pal.
From the bad guys.
Let's go.
More ammo! We need more ammo!
Right. And then when you mentioned art, you made this into an art movie. I mean, because it goes from live to the characters seamlessly.
Yeah, well, that was the thing that I thought was fascinating about Mark's story, and why I thought a feature movie could be made of this incredible true story, because what a movie can do better than anything else is bring us into the mind's eye, and in this case, it's it's Mark's kind of creative expression that we could then expand into this really interesting doll world.
Right, and speaking of which, I was going to say, all of his characters, his allies, were all females.
Yeah, and that mirrors what happens in the real Mark's life, that the people that he trusts most in the world are female, and all of the people who nurtured him, and the person who found him left for dead was a female, so he has a very, very strong connection to the women in his life.
This whole idea of female empowerment was very much at the core of this story, and I love the fact that these women who were so important to Mark, and they were his guardians and the people who protected him, that he honored them by creating this alter ego doll for every one of them and put them in his world to populate it. And I just thought that was just such a wonderful and hopeful story and important story.
And then also a nod to the hat of one of your movies, Back to the Future, which I know we all loved.
Yeah,
we got to see that one part that
make
sure everybody goes out
in there.
And sees it on their own.
It's as close to the Back to the Future 4 as anybody's going to get.
So how do you like that? Then that makes you kind of like another Marty McFly.
Hey, I'll take it.
The life I once had was taken away from me, but I'm still here. I have hope, and I have my town, and I have my friends.
We got your back.
And I'll be okay.
Anything is possible in Marwan.
Bottoms up, girls.
People need to see how special Marwan really is.
To life, to love, to the women of Marwan.
Check out MovieShowPlus.com to watch this episode online and for exclusive content, extended interviews with Greg Russell, and a complete archive of movie reviews with Tom Santilli. Also, make sure to like and follow us on social media and on our Movie Show Plus YouTube channel.
Mom? Dad? Hey, Google, what's on my calendar today?
You have one event called House to Yourself.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Google, add aftershave to my shopping list. Hey, Google, remind me to clean these sheets later.
Okay, I'll remind you.
Too bad AC.
Someone's at the front door.
What do I owe you?
Looks like you paid online. Keep the change, you filthy animal. Okay, cool.
Hey, Google, turn down the temperature 2 degrees. Hey, Google, begin Operation Kevin.
Operation Kevin underway.
Better get out of here before somebody sees us.
Hi, I'm Herbert Strather from Herbert Street. I'm a real estate developer that have been fortunate enough to do $2 billion in real estate transactions. And this holiday season, as I walk around our community and I see 100,000 parcels worth almost $3 billion, I wonder if I could somehow convince Detroiters, if I can convince you to invest in a real estate gift as opposed to just gators, purses, jewelry, cars, and clothes. Why don't you take some of that money and invest in a real estate gift for you and your family? Suppose I showed you how to buy a 2-flat for say $40,000 or $50,000 and finance the entire thing. You could have additional $600 or $700 in your pocket each month. It could go towards your baby's education. It could go towards a car note, retirement income. Don't you agree that you could use an additional $600 or $700? If you agree with that, I have a special cyber holiday offer for you. And that is my home study course, 1/2 off. Instead of paying $400, I will send it to you for just $200. In addition to that, I will form a family LLC for you with a creative operating agreement so that you could have your entire family involved. You'll pay $50 plus $50 filing fee. That's it. $300 is my gift to you that will keep on giving. Again, this is Herb Strather wishing you a very happy holiday season and enjoy the cyber sales.
Let me tell you something. A driver don't pick the car. Car pick the driver. It's a mystical bond between man and machine. It's a mystical bond between man and machine.
They've got this great friendship, you and the car. And some people might look and go, oh, well, how does that work? Obviously, a human, machine, da-da-da. But it does.
It's amazing how, Travis Knight created a reality that people have relationships with inanimate objects, and we've seen that before, whether it be an alien or a robot or a car. It's a real thing, and I think especially, you know, when you feel like you've got nothing else, you're gonna talk to this person or this object or this thing that you feel listens. Well, listen, and that's what this is.
Did you play with Transformers growing up?
Yeah, I did. Not a common thing in the Cena household growing up because there was 5 of us and not so much money to go around. But Transformers were great because you got 2 toys for 1, and I think that was that technology at the time was magic. It literally was magic. Like, they looked so great and the quality was so great that you literally had an action figure and then a car or a plane when you wanted it. So it really was a like mind-blowing technology, and it let you as a child be a magician. So it's something that everyone from my generation was affected by.
Who are you? Do you speak? I won't hurt you. What's your name?
Now, the thing is, in this movie, people don't see you physically,
Right.
but they do get to hear you.
Right.
And your character is really powerful, Shattered. Wow.
It really is. I was surprised. You know, I don't get to, like you don't get to see it too.
Right.
Till it's done. You know? How'd you draw me? How'd you transform me? You're pretty good. She's really pretty strong.
Oh,
really
yeah.
awesome. Ooh.
Definite, powerful, you know, female character. Because that was one of my other questions, but I may as well jump to it. What was it like for you when you finally did get to see this thing and you're like going, hello?
I'm like, I really was feeling pretty groovy, pretty good. You know, seeing it roll, I was like, pretty astounded.
You got people out there who need you. This is why you're here, B.
You know, beat music can help you say what you're feeling. Try this.
Mama?
Yeah, baby.
When I was growing up, I was trying to make a connection between the life I saw and the life I lived.
I think this is why this movie touches so many people different ways in different places. She was able to go to Puerto Rico to fight for Fonnie because what Joe and Frank were doing. There are scenes that did not actually make it. That Ernestine, the whole family was doing things to get Mama there. So, and that's why when Mama gets there, it's terrifying.
And like you said, of course, it's a deep movie, very thought-provoking movie, but a couple of like funny little things every once in a while. Because it took me back to a kid the day they announced that they were having the baby. They're all over at your house or apartment, and you and the other father just go, "Let's drink." that was the battle cry. It was like, something good.
Because I mean, that's what else are you supposed to do? The child's going to be here. So with the brotherhood, you're like, well, I guess we're going to go tie one on and enjoy this.
I think one of the most eye-opening things is, since it's based off of the James Baldwin story from 44 years ago, but it's just as relevant today as it was back then.
I mean, for me, that was probably one of the biggest things that inclined me to want to tell a story like this, was just realizing that, You know, Baldwin had written these words in 1974, but they had so much resonance, you know, today in 2018.
There are days when you wonder what your role is in this country and what your future is in it.
Young couple, both in love, getting ready to start a family, and your character, I mean, she stayed with them all the way to the end. Some people might have said, well, you're on your own, but no, she was there fighting all the time along with her family.
Yeah, I mean, they're soulmates. Their souls are tied to each other, so fighting for him is, you know, fighting for a piece of myself, and especially, you know, carrying our child, fighting for our family.
I love you. You know that.
I do. And I understand what you're going through because I'm with you.
The things that tormented me the most were the very things that connected me with all the people who were alive. I'll tell you a story, if I may.
Check out MovieShowPlus.com to watch this episode online and for exclusive content, extended interviews with Greg Russell, and a complete archive of movie reviews with Tom Santilli. Also, make sure to like and follow us on social media and on our Movie Show Plus YouTube channel.
Pony Up Game by Venture Group, bringing back family game night. The game is called Pony Up, where one horse will win the race, but several players will win the pot. You'll be transported right to the racetrack. And best of all, you don't have to know anything about horse racing to play Pony Up. Just look at your cards. They represent your horses. Roll the dice to move your horse forward. But don't roll the house's number, or you'll pay and pay and pay. The pot grows bigger the closer a horse gets to the finish line.
9 phase 2!
Experience heart-pounding action and the thrill of victory. Pony Up Game has a casino-quality premium felt board, making your gaming experience feel authentic and genuine. It's horse racing fun for the whole family. Pony Up Game by Venture Group. Bring back family game night.
Every manager at our company has a college degree.
The only thing stopping you is you.
Do you ever look at your life and wonder how you got there? If you made different choices, would you be happier?
Arthur got his MBA from Duke. He's the best man for the job.
No, sir. I am.
Ladies, how are you?
Good.
Good. Great to see you both again.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Fun time, fun movie. You guys.
Fun times.
Yeah.
Great times. It's the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Second act is coming out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I get to sit here all day with Leah.
Uh-huh. And I get to sit with Jennifer.
And we just get to have fun, just like we did in the movie.
That's right.
Yeah, and do I understand you're like best friends in real life? So I mean, that just even had to make it even more exciting.
Well,
to work together.
The whole idea was to kind of capture this relationship and not be pretentious in front of the camera, like to really capture it for the movie on screen.
And it's my first big movie.
Yeah.
That I have, you know.
I know.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like,
isn't that crazy?
Like should have been like,
yes.
I just heard this today too. I didn't realize that myself.
Yes. And I mean, so for me, it's very special. It's very special to be able to do it with my bestie.
It has a little bit of everything, I think. I think that it's an amazing movie for the holidays right now, being that it is so heartwarming. But it's also a really good movie for reflection. It makes you think and ask yourself a few things. And also, it's like... It's good. I love this movie so much. I'm so excited for the world to be able to see it. It's funny being able to be Jennifer Lopez's boss in a movie. I'm like, wait, what? I get to do that?
Here you are, you're playing Jennifer Lopez's boyfriend, and people would think that should just be easy enough right there.
I mean, they're not too far from the truth. It actually is very easy to play her boyfriend.
Right.
She's lovely and beautiful and kind and giving, and you kind of just want to be around her all the time. So playing that in a make-believe world, it's like, I couldn't be any closer to the truth.
We're looking at a new Chinese distributor. The only employee we have who speaks Mandarin is me.
I got an idea. Our cat's veterinarian speaks Mandarin.
We would love to schedule a tour for you.
But we have to wait for the deal to be closed.
我觉得他非常自大。哦，要挤他肛门线了。
要挤他的肛门线。
I like her.
Check out MovieShowPlus.com to watch this episode online and for exclusive content, extended interviews with Greg Russell, and a complete archive of movie reviews with Tom Santilli. Also, make sure to like and follow us on social media and on our Movie Show Plus YouTube channel. Next time on Movie Show Plus. 2018 is coming to a close, so it's time to name the best films of the year. Tom Santilli will count down his top 10 films, while Greg Russell will share some of his favorite interviews of 2018. You won't want to miss Movie Show Plus, the best of 2018.
It lives up to the hype, plus.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.